What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about 5 things that I would do if I was trying to sell my first beat online or even just grow my beat sales online. And this video topic actually came from a producer named Oceanio Beats who commented on one of my community posts here on YouTube talking about how he hasn't sold beats yet and it was, it's his dream to sell them. So I came up with 5 tips that I want to share with you guys that I think might really help you. These are things that I focus on still today after years of selling beats, and I've got an iPad here that I'm gonna write my thoughts down and explain them for you guys. And so yeah, let me share my screen and get started. But the first one, a big topic that I think is really important, is to make it easy. And I'll explain what I mean by this, but basically, as someone selling your beats, you need to make sure that it's really easy for anyone to buy your beats online. I've had producers who have messaged me, before on Instagram saying that, like, hey, how can I sell more beats? And then it's like I go to their Instagram profile and I can't even figure out how to purchase their beats, right? I think that, if it's not easy for someone to listen to your beats on, say, YouTube or Instagram or whatever, and then go to your website and figure out a licensing option, if this is too complicated, I think people are going to, go somewhere else, or they're not going to buy your beat. It's like anytime that there's some sort of confusion or some sort of like thing that's complicated, it makes it a roadblock to someone who's trying to buy a beat. Just to give you guys some kind of backstory here, a few years ago, I was kind of working on my website and kind of redoing it. And I asked a few of my buddies who have absolutely no, knowledge in, buying beats or music licensing or anything. I asked them to go to my website and tell me if it's easy for them to purchase a beat with absolutely like no knowledge. And they gave me some tips that really, opened my eyes and made me change some of my licensing options a little bit to make sure it's easy for anyone to purchase a beat. Because that's what you want to do. You want to make sure if someone has absolutely no knowledge of any music licensing, that it's easy for them, right? So making it easy is how you're going to get a lot more beat sales. If it's just easy for people to do, people are more likely to purchase. So let's go point 2 here, which I think is, this next point is something that I think a lot of people often question, and I think sometimes a lot of people might overthink, but I'll give you my thoughts on it. So number 2 is build a catalog. And this is something that, like I said, like a lot of people I think question in the beginning. I've seen producers ask, like, how many beats do you think you need online, to even start your beat sale or your beat store. But I don't think there's a real, like, set number that you need. But I think that if you have a catalog that, grows and grows and grows, you're going to see people, start to buy more of these beats, and you're going to grow your fan base and stuff like that. Like, for example, if I only have 2 beats on my, my BeatStars or my YouTube, if someone goes to my, profile, it's like they have a 50-50 chance of listening to something that they like. Whereas, if someone goes to, my YouTube channel, my beats one that I've had, for years, and I have hundreds of beats on there, there's more chances of someone hearing something that they like and going to purchase it, just because I have, a lot more variety for them to choose from. And that also kind of goes with, like, your YouTube channel. If you're posting a lot more content, you have a lot more chances of showing up in someone's, search results or recommended videos. So building a catalog is something that is really important, especially for the long term too. I've had my beats online for just over a decade now. I still sell beats that I made 5, 6, 7 years ago, right? So this is why building up a huge catalog is important for the long-term sales game of your beats. And I also want to mention too that I don't think like you should wait. You don't always have to wait until you have like 30 or 40 or whatever beats to start posting your stuff online. But you should, like, you might not expect to have any sales right away. It might take you until you have 10 beats online or something like that. But the more you build, the more chances you have of growing your beat sales. And then number 3 here, I wanted to say offer the best. That's best. My handwriting is so bad. The best service possible. And this is just kind of like a businessy tip here, but basically, you know, as a producer who's selling beats, you are a business, and you know, there's a lot of free beats online, there's a lot of producers online, there's a lot of people who are doing, you know, similar style beats. What's going to separate you from the competition? Is it the fact that you have better customer service from people? Is it that you have better deals? You know, even if your service is just selling beats, is it easier to purchase your beats than someone else? Like, these are kind of businessy things that, you know, if you're the best customer service out there, people are more likely to come back to you. And also, like, too, if you help out people, that's, you know, service too. Like, sometimes people come to me and say like, hey, you know, I really want to get this beat, but I can't afford this license at this time. Is there anything you can do for me? And I'm never afraid to give out, you know, discounts to my beats if people need it and if they're reasonable, or if someone, you know, needs something, you know, extended by a little bit, I can do that. Like, these are small things that people, you know, really appreciate, and you know, sets you apart from a lot of producers. And hot take here, but I'll be honest with you guys, and I know this from actually talking, you know, on the phone with some people who bought my beats. I've heard some of my, you know, loyal customers say that they choose me because my communication game is stronger than other producers. You know, there's artists out there who have tried to contact producers who, you know, they're so late replying, they barely get a message. Any message that they get sounds so robotic and scripted. And I was guilty of doing that, like, for a long time, where people would, you know, message me for a beat and I would just, you know, try and get them to visit my website. But now I'm really focused on, you know, having that, you know, personal relationship, you know, being like super kind of casual and just, you know, having fun and communicating with people and giving them the best service possible, right? So tip number 4 kind of goes in with point number 2, but this is to post consistently. And this is something that really kind of this is something, you know, that my mindset was changed on last year, and I started realizing that if I'm posting content a lot more consistently, it, you know, helps my business a whole lot. And what I mean by that is if you're posting more stuff, like if you're posting more beats, you have more chances of people finding your beats online. That's kind of what I talked about in point 2 here. But also, if you're posting content online, like if you're posting, you know, stories on your YouTube, or if you're posting stories on your Instagram page, if you're always on Twitter, if you're always posting stuff on Instagram, the more chances, like, the more stuff that you post online, the more chances of people who are either going to keep seeing your beats you're going to have, or you're going to be discovered by more people. If you're posting consistently, like beats or other content for, you know, X amount of months or years, I'm so confident that eventually you're going to have people, you know, discover your stuff and start to buy them, right? I mean, even like, you know, people message me on Instagram and they say, how can I grow my Instagram page? And the last time they posted was like, you know, 6 months ago, and they go like 3 months without posting anything. It's kind of hard to grow any account when you're not really active like that. My personal goal for Instagram is to post. I try and post every single day, and I always try and have a couple things in my story. For me, it's a little bit of an ambitious goal because it does take you know, a little bit of time to make my posts, and you know, it's hard to post every single day, but this is a goal that at least, you know, has me posting a couple times a week, and it's helped me grow my page, you know, consistently over time. And then this last point here is kind of an important one, and it kind of summarizes everything, but I think develop your personal brand, and I want to say slash be unique. So this is something, again, that, you know, you have to kind of figure out, how am I going to separate myself from the competition? You know, like I said earlier, I can go on YouTube and search for a free, you know, trap beat, and I can find hundreds of stuff. It's like, why are people going to keep coming back to you as a producer? And I think that if you develop your personal brand, you know, give some, you know, personality, some life to your business, people are going to remember that, and it's memorable, right? Like, for example, on YouTube, I started this Omito Beats 2, the second channel that you guys are watching right now. I have a couple of FL Studio tutorial videos, and honestly, there's, you know, hundreds of other videos on YouTube that, you know, producers talk about FL Studio. But the difference is that there's only one channel where it's me talking about FL Studio, right? And that's what makes my channel unique. It's because I have that personality. I think that if you are showing your personal brand through your business, maybe in your Instagram posts, maybe if you're just showing yourself, people are going to start to remember, you know, who you look like, who you are, the stuff you like, the stuff you talk about. And that's something that really sticks with people, right? For the longest time, I was a producer who, you know, didn't share anything about my personal life online, never showed myself in pictures. It was like I was hiding behind a logo. In the past couple of years, I've kind of ditched my logo and I've been showing myself in my, you know, Instagram posts or YouTube channel. And I feel like people have that personal connection, you know, with me. And if people want to message me for a beat, they already know, it's like they already know me before they even hit that message or that purchase button. So that's a huge one that I really, really strongly recommend. But these are 5 tips here that, you know, like I said, if I was starting out from scratch, these are what I would be doing. And these are things that even to this day, like, I'm still doing all these ones now. So hopefully this helps you guys. If there are any other tips and strategies that you guys had that have worked really well for you selling your beats, let me know in the comments. Let's have a discussion about it. But thank you guys for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, and I will be back soon with new videos. So take care.